So we're going to jump on into the other semi-final match. It's going to be another best of one. This is going to be Ash versus IMG HOTS. Nick, I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to set up here. They actually already did the drafting, so we're going to get to see their composition in game.
Yeah, actually, I could talk about it real quick. I do have the draft screen open. We did have a Nubarok ban coming out from IMG, not wanting Ash to get their coveted for blood comp. And we had a ban onto Sylvanas coming out from Ash. We had a first pick onto Rhaegar, stealing away another blood for blood. But Ash really loved those blood for bloods. They went Illidan of Vala in the second pick, so really strong picks there with blood for bloods as well. Then we had Tassadar and Jaina coming out from IMG, and to respond to that, Ash went for Tyrael and Malfurion. So again, getting another blood for blood plus a really solid healer in Malfurion. And to follow that up, we had ETC and the Lost Vikings coming out from IMG, and the last pick, the Worm. We got Abathur on the side of Ash, so an Abathur Illidan comp with 3 blood for bloods with Malfurion for that sustain. Really interesting comps here.
That is actually a really interesting composition. I'm surprised they didn't actually pick up the Uther in order to have a little bit more burst healing on the Illidan. Malfurion, I find, is kind of a substandard pick with him, but you know what? Maybe they're going to prove me wrong. Let's get on into this game. Spawning over here on the left-hand side, it is Team Arthas. Unstable on Vala, Seb on the Malfurion, Andy Landy on Arthas. On Abathur. Stalk on the Tyrael, as well as down here, Kuni-chan staying on that Illidan.
Yeah, on the right side of the map, as the red team, we have IMG. We have Arakim as the Lost Vikings. We have Caillou as Tassadar. We have Oskai as... Yeah, Oski as ETC. We have Danatan as Jaina and Zan as Rhaegar. Man, I am terrible with names. I'm so sorry.
I know, that's what I love about it. I love listening to you just kind of come up with your own little pronunciation as it's happening. At one point or another, we just start deciding, you know, whatever.
This is what their name will be from now on. But
as long as the viewers understand what's going on.
Yeah. But something to discuss here, we have 2 of those global experience soaker heroes in the game, 1 on each team. It's a really interesting dynamic because the Abathur can help counteract that Lost Vikings soak. So, I don't know, I mean, the future of Heroes of the Storm, maybe Commander heroes will be standard, where you kind of have that global presence, or, you know, kind of that extra lane soaking presence. Like, that might become a mandatory thing as the hero pool expands, but we'll have to see how that works in this game.
So some interesting notes already. We're not going to be seeing that Siege Abathur build. We see already he's picked up the Pressurized Glands, which is going to increase the range of Symbiote Spike Burst by 25% and decrease the cooldown by 1% just to give that Illidan a little bit more of the oomph as soon as he gets the hat on him. Illidan, of course, going to be picking up the shield at level 1 just to give himself a little bit more survivability. And Malfurion's picking up the scouting drone in order to get a little bit more information coming out here on the map. It's going to be very crucial for him just to make sure... Ooh, and there's a pause on the map immediately as Donatan has thrown it down. There's apparently a little bit of lag coming down here. Having some issues.
Yeah, having a little bit of lag issues here, but I just wanted to talk a little bit more. When you go Pressurized Glands on Abathur, it doesn't necessarily mean you can't push. It definitely helps with the lane pressure. It just means your locusts are a little bit weaker and don't last as long, but you can definitely get a good amount of pushing power out of that Pressurized Glands. Malfurion, the scouting drone, yeah, it's very good, but Malf can be quite a bit of a mana hog, so definitely a bit of a trade-off there, but I do feel that scouting drone is so very good in this patch right now.
Oh, that's definitely true. I mean, with that scouting drone, you just get so much information on the map. It's got so many charges. It's got 2 charges now, and it's just the cooldown is so ridiculously short. Like, you just constantly have some pretty good amount of... it looks like we're just trying to figure out whether or not we're going to wait for Arakeen or not. Looks like they're just kind of talking a little bit, deciding what they want to do. I'm not exactly sure what the rule set is here, so if an admin wants to interject, that'd be great.
I believe there's a 10-minute maximum on the pauses. there was quite a bit of problems with lag and disconnects in the first Gosu Cup, so that rule I'm definitely familiar with. But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit more about the talents here. We do have on the Tassadar, we have Psi Infusion, so the Psionic Storm returns 7 mana for each target initially hit. So this is nice for when you're clearing waves, but it's a trade-off with Conjurer's Pursuit, which kind of just gives you regen throughout the game when you're not laning. So yeah, you have really good mana in lane, but as you leave the lane, your sustain isn't as good. But
That's true.
other than that, pretty standard talents. We do have block instead of scouting drone on ETC. And other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary. Multi-shot build coming out from Vala. Standard stuff here. And, oh man, we're having a lot of disconnects. Interesting, but
No, I think that's still just Arakeen trying to get back
that's
into the
Arakeen.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I wasn't sure.
But, once he gets back into the game, we'll jump right back on into everything. What's interesting is you were saying ETC picked up block as opposed to scouting drone. I think that's probably a good counter to that Illidan. Illidan, of course, huge amounts of auto attack damage, and that's just trying to deny that. As well as, Vala, as soon as she gets, everything going, she gets her stacks up, she's good. She puts out a pretty good, decent amount of auto attack damage as well, so it's good to pick up that block just to deal with all of those auto attacks that come out from the enemy team. The Tyrael, of course, not going to be putting out too many, and Malfurion, I mean, his auto attacks, little boops on the head, but that's about it. Abathur, though, doesn't auto attack unless you're getting into a noodle fight.
I mean, the Slapather can be quite strong. Sometimes you have to get the block to deal with that. But yeah, I really don't think the block is for the worm this time. But we do have.
What if it did? What if there was an Abathur came up? There was ETC. He's running away. Abathur tries to get the slap in, blocked. Kept him alive.
Man.
That would be the most hype thing that's ever happened.
That would be the craziest thing that had ever happened in Heroes of the Storm. A block Slapather kill. I would hate myself if I was that Abathur.
I would uninstall.
I would be like, well, I'm switching game. Like, I'm done. But
Alright, so looks like the game has gotten back into everything's running, so let's get back on into this main screen here.
Yeah, indeed. Let's do that. And we have the Vikings in mid. Pretty standard stuff. A tri-lane in bottom here. Kind of kill potential here between the ETC and the Jaina. But we do have that Illidan roaming up here to the mid lane. I wonder what he's up to. And looks like he's just clearing mid for the tribute coming out soon, or possibly a Merc camp timing. They do have Abathur pushed up a little bit to get that lane soak. So I feel that he may be going for Mercs, but we'll have to see here.
Yeah, that's actually... I'm curious to see if they're just trying to take out maybe 1 or 2 Vikings as soon as they get a little bit too far forward. That Smite just does so much damage to those Vikings. Always good to put a Tyrael against those Vikings just to kind of deny them the ability to stay alive for too long. Especially when they're all grouped up like this. Seb and Unstable still keeping that pressure alive in the top lane. Not even really trying to push the lane. They're just trying to push Caillou out. And while this is happening, we're starting to see that the tribute's coming up here. This is going to be a pretty big fight. I don't really see IMG sitting in a really good position unless they can pick up Unstable right now. They get a lot of damage on him and he's going to go down. Oh, wow. I thought they were sitting in a pretty good spot before, but now not so much.
No, definitely not. And that's going to be the first tribute game going there. So, man, that pickup definitely a very important one there. And, oh, Eric getting picked off in the mid lane, I want to say. And, yeah, I don't know. Pretty even game other than that so far, but, yeah, that's just one tribute there.
Yeah. Again, it's one tribute. There's 3 of them that have to be collected all together in order to actually get the curse, so it's not like it's definitely setting anybody into a massive advantage just yet. Picking up that second tribute, though, is when things get a little bit scarier. Wow. Tassadar picking up Mental Acuity, reducing the cooldown of Oracle by 15 seconds. Very interesting pickup. There's not really a ton of stealthies they have to really keep that Oracle alive for, but I guess just more vision the better on this map because there's so many bushes. The jungle is so massive. Level 7's been grabbed here by Team Ash. They're just sitting in a pretty good spot, but they're still not going to pick up this tribute, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the mental acuity could definitely be because of the Abathur mines. I think that could possibly be one of the reasons. Another reason is having the scouting drone. They want to maybe match some of the vision that Team Ash has. So, yeah, we're having a bit of an engagement here, though.
Yeah, stalk going on in here. Donaton taking a lot of damage. Actually, Owiski taking a huge amount of damage, going in against Seb and unstable. But it looks like they're going to be able to ward him away. Oh, man, the Rhaegar does go down. Caillou now trying to get away. There's the shift. Does actually successfully disengage there, but man, that was a lot. That was a roller coaster. I thought that there was no way that Ash was going to be able to get this tribute, but they did just kind of keep the tribute alive. They kind of kept it in play for long enough for them to actually kind of rotate back up here and get that advantage. They had level 7 over their opponents for a really long time.
Yeah, and this Illidan here from Ash putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the bottom lane here of IMG. Taking out that bottom 4, and it looks, oh man, he might even get out here. Oh, I don't know though.
Oh, this is scary. Does use the W, trying to disengage so hard, not going to be able to do it. Yep, ETC was able to clean up everything else. So they do end up taking out that pressure, but at the cost of a level 9 to level 8, they're a level ahead. This next tribute going to be really difficult for IMG to bring it back.
Yeah, definitely. Ash really just abusing the strength of that Abathur Illidan combo. If you leave him alone in a lane, he's gonna do what he did. He just killed a fort, just like that. So yeah, Abathur definitely a hero that's coming back into popularity, and for good reason, especially when paired with Illidan.
Stalk being really aggressive on Danatan. It looks like that's going to force him to back up. Takazan going to back up as well. There's just no way they can contest this. Heroics have been grabbed. Tranquility coming out here for the Malfurion. Metamorphosis on the Illidan. We have Strafe on the Vala, as well as Judgment and Ultimate Evolution. No, wow, Monstrosity.
Yeah, I guess they just feel that they only need the symbiote on Illidan, and they want to just put in as much map pressure as possible. They're going, Ash is going for the Grave Golem here, but looks like IMG maybe want to contest it, but on that level 9, I think that might be a little bit unwise.
Wow, actually they back up. They know that their heroics are out there for the enemy team. They can't take that. So Ash is going to get a very nice Grave Golem here. Meanwhile, IMG did not have the time to go fight for their own Grave Golem, so that one is now still up on the map. If Ash is able to actually pick up the next Grave Golem, if they actually pick up any type of advantage, they can pick up the other Grave Golem as well. Danatan actually going to go down here, Stalk with the Abathur hat, going to be able to pick him up.
Yeah, using Judgment there, but nice kill nonetheless. And yeah, while that was happening, Abathur actually ported into the top lane and started applying pressure into the top lane with this Locust. So yeah, I mean, Monstrosity in the bottom, Abathur in the top, tons of pressure coming out here for Team Ash.
They are absolutely all over the place. They are just keeping everything in check here for IMG. IMG almost having too much of a gap to really kind of close up on this. The team composition out here from Ash is amazing. Owiski going to get a huge mosh pit, going to hit Stalk as well as Kunichan. And Zeshro going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Seb trying to keep everybody alive with the Tranquility, but gets completely zoned away. Is going to use an Entangling Roots to actually zone out a good amount of people. Kunichan now going into the backline, doing a lot of damage. I can't believe that Seb was able to survive through that. Unstable now trying to disengage. The boat has been popped here by Arcane. Seb just barely getting behind the gate. They don't particularly win that team fight, but given the composition, given how they started it, they didn't look like they were going to win it at all. And actually, they turn it around. They pick up Tassadar.
Yeah, crazy fight there. I mean, IMG, they really had to contest this tribute here, even though the Grave Golem was pushing into the bottom lane. And yeah, they're going to pay a hefty price for that decision.
Oh my god, Donatan possibly going to get taken out here by the symbiote, and it does! The Monstrosity takes out Danatan. Oh my god, I couldn't believe that if you told me that was going to happen. Kunichan now going back in here on the Grave Golem at the top lane. Can he actually do it? He's got the Abathur hat now. He just popped first aid. He's taking a lot of damage. There's the Clairvoyance as well. It looks like Ash wants to come in and make this a question of whether or not they're going to get this. And yeah, Kunichan's got to disengage unless the rest of Ash comes in here. Here's the Judgment. Takazan gets completely obliterated immediately. Owiski going to get caught in the stun here, the Grave Golem, and that's going to seal his doom. He's completely body blocked in there. And that's going to be a Grave Golem over here for Team Arthas.
Yeah, things really falling apart here for IMG. I mean, a 3-level deficit 9 minutes into the game. A keep nearly killed in the bottom lane. Still on about 50% health, but man, IMG is going to be hard-pressed to come back into this game. Another fort going down in the mid here. And yeah, Arthas, they're showing they have some cons. They don't just have the 4 blood for blood. They got some Illidan Abathur. Really cool stuff coming out in this game.
They really do. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I'm actually really impressed that the Malfurion's able to keep the Illidan alive, but the Abathur there is definitely keeping that to be the question. Owiski using the mosh pit, not gonna hit anything. Kunichan going pretty ham on into the middle of their team. Owiski getting body blocked yet again. Arakeen taking heavy hits. The boat gets immediately eliminated. He's gonna go down. Arakeen now only has Olaf left. It looks like Ashe is just gonna be able to end this game here and now. They pick up the Tassadar as well. It's a 10-minute Cursed Hollow game. 16 has been grabbed here. Takusan just waiting in the fountain. There's no way that he can deny this. Oh my god.
Wow. Team Ashe, man. They are really good. That was a slaughter. Like, I mean, it just snowballed so quickly for them. And, man, it just turned really, really bad for IMG. Crazy. 4-level difference, 10-minute, 15-second game here on Cursed Hollow. Wow.
What? What? Level 16 at 10 minutes over their opponents who were level 11. What?
I mean, I don't know what to say. That was crazy.
That was a game that we just watched there. That was a thing. Okay, we're going to be getting on into the finals. Ashe just, wow, scorched earth their opponents. They're going to go on to the next level. They're going to fight Well Met in the finals, best of 3. We're going to get into that as soon as we get both those games ready. We'll be right back. I am without words. I just need to go to a commercial break just to deal with all that. Nick and Shamtu are going to be your casters. Stay tuned. We'll be back as soon as we got something for you.